What will happen to this century-old building? A sale tomorrow may seal the fate of the old Schwab school. The fears of residents and local officials about the sale is our top story tonight. Good evening, I'm Colleen Connolly. The old school was sold once before last year. That owner promised a preservation committee he would fix it up. But now the owner is selling it for much more than he paid for it. And folks in town are really worried about what's going to happen to their alma mater. iWatch News reporter Jeff Chirico was in Weatherly now. He spoke with some residents there about their concerns. He has our exclusive details. Jeff.
Well, Colleen, this is a copy of the ad that appeared in a newspaper with national circulation. I spoke with the owner's attorney earlier this week, and he told us close to 300 people have responded to this ad, some of them interested in purchasing it after taking a look at it. Well, tomorrow, there will be an open house in Weatherly, and the attorney expects several hundred people to make the trip to the small town. The asking price, $100,000. But who's going to buy it, and what are they going to do with it? They're the question folks in town are asking.
It just sticks out like a beacon.
Feelings run deep among folks in Weatherly for the old Schwab school. Its majestic clock tower is the center of town, and it still keeps time, thanks to Jack Koehler. This 1945 grad looks after his well-constructed alma mater for its out-of-state owner.
Well, it's sitting empty, but basically it's holding its own. The annex, there's problems there with the leaky roofs and stuff, but if you look at the pitch in this roof, this building is still well preserved and it's dry.
The school opened in 1903. The school bell rang for the last time in 1992. Now a man from Virginia, Larry Halstead, owns this building. He bought it from the school district in March of '97 and promised to fix it up and to turn it into something useful. But a year and a half later, his $40,000 investment still sits vacant and untouched. And now he's trying to sell it for 2.5 times that amount. This ad for a $3.8 million Georgian appeared in the New York Times this week. Halstead's attorney wouldn't confirm if it's the school, but tells us he expects hundreds of prospective buyers to trek to Weatherly tomorrow afternoon with checkbooks in hand. Koehler fears what will happen if another stranger like Halstead buys it.
If somebody buys it in the same way and just hits a couple more years, it's just going to go to pot.
You can't really do anything to protect it, and you just have to sit back and watch.
It's frustrating for the borough manager, who would like to see the old school turned into professional offices or maybe apartments for senior citizens. What do you fear could happen?
Demolition.
That'd be pretty upsetting, I guess.
I think for everybody. Well, they could just turn it into anything they really want to turn it in. If it was in the town, like somebody from the area or somebody that would buy it, I feel they, could make it into something useful.
There's numerous things that the town would like to see, but somebody has to come up with the money to do it, and that seems to be the problem.
Colleen, the townspeople we spoke with would really like someone in the area, someone inside Weatherly or near Weatherly, to pick up and buy that school, but they fear the chances of that happening are slim to none. Today we received some flyers from the attorney that describes the building, describes how it was built, and some pictures from the folks that built it. He sent those same flyers to hundreds of other people that responded to the ad. Now, folks in town really don't think that he has much chance of selling this building because he's asking $100,000. Especially since he was the only bidder a year and a half ago when the cost was only $40,000. Now, folks are supposed to show up in Weatherly tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and I guess the open houses should start sometime around then, and he hopes to sell the building tomorrow afternoon. Jeff Chirico, iWatch News 13, reporting live in the control room. Now back to you, Colleen.
Okay, Jeff, thanks a lot for